He shit. Blow tissues.
Listen, man. The Chicago Bulls. Y'all should be embarrassed. So let's get into it. Jerry Krause. Well, actually, cut the music. We gotta cut the music. Cut the music. Okay. We'll play the beat when it gets ready. But also, let's look at the chat. Yeah, Lonray, you right. Incredible they ain't win. Shout out to Earl. Neil was good. Shout out to Neil. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Like and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Retweet, all that good stuff. We appreciate the support. So before we get into before we put the beat on, because they were wilding, the Bulls had a Ring of Honor for some unknown reason.
Nah, I think it was the 96 team. I think it was the 7.
Who give a fuck? That was
but Nelson, that's what they do. But that's what they do
when the team sucks. Yeah, we will get into that.
Yeah, they try to drag niggas out, but yeah, we gonna get there.
We connected. RZA connect. Yeah, we're here. But the Bulls decided to do a Ring of Honor. They wanted to honor some players on the team and some management, and they decided they wanted to honor Jerry Krause. Jerry Krause is no longer here with us anymore, as we know. So they had his wife, Thelma Krause, be there, to get the posthumous honor and to get the award. So we have this clip real quick. And
let's see what we got going on here.
Two-time NBA Executive of the Year, represented by his wife Thelma, Basketball Hall of Famer and former Bulls general manager Jerry Krause.
So they booed him a little bit.
Yeah, it was just seeing the face, but
Two-time.
So, okay. So they booed him at first. And a lot of people took it out of context because I saw what happened. I feel bad. Like, come on, man. Why are you going to come on, bro?
Yeah. But
that's terrible. You don't can a camera to her.
I want to be honest. I want to direct all the blame to the Chicago Bulls staff. And, we're going to talk about where all this comes from and how people are influenced. But I think just as an organization, if you know the temperature is going to be what's going to be, don't do it. Because it ain't gonna be nothing good. Like, listen, we're not gonna listen. We're gonna do the players only, and then we're gonna just shout out everybody else.
So, here's my thing with that, right? I understand the thing with
because why would you put his face up? If you gonna go to the GM, you might as well go to the fucking ball boy.
But here's the thing: Jerry Krause was there since the beginning of Mike coming in. Jerry Krause comes in '85. Like, if we really want to be honest here, that's like the Lakers having 8 rings and not honoring Mitch Kupchak for making moves. Like, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
you can't. Like, I feel you want to honor the players, but you also got to honor the people who made those moves happen.
But they was doing shit. Just put the trade up there if you want to keep honoring niggas.
No, but here's the thing. We're gonna get into why this is some bullshit. I got you. Lonray, I see you in the comments. Just hear me out. So just listen to this real quick, right? With the Bulls, like, Jerry Krause was there since 1985. Jerry Krause brought Tex Winter in to get the triangle offense. Jerry Krause made the tough decisions. Jerry Krause had to boo. My bad. You see, they was booing so fucking much that I'm forgetting what I'm saying. It's also the liquor too. Jerry Krause had to make those moves with bringing Tex Winter in, with firing Doug Collins and trusting Phil Jackson, with trading away guys after the first three-peat. Making sure that Tony Kukoc comes into the team when he came in after Mike and Scotty had an issue with him to get him integrated. Making those moves to get the second three-peat happen. Trading away guys like BJ Armstrong, trading away fan favorites, trading Bill Wennington for Luke Long. I mean, was it Bill Wennington for Luke Longley? I think it was. trading Will Purdue, like trading guys who were there from the first three-peat and having to sign people to different contracts and making things work the way they were. And not only that, but having to, like, we're talking about just the moves. If you want to go into deeper, we could talk about him having to deal with, granted, I know Michael Jordan is the greatest player ever, but having to deal with the egos of Michael Jordan, having to deal with the ego of Scottie Pippen, having to deal with dealing with Phil and hearing 4 or 5 sides to every story, having to deal with that Tony Kukoc thing, like I mentioned before. You know what I mean? Like, there's different things that he had to deal with, but at the end of the day, he did make the moves. Like, that's like the Lakers. You don't honor like Chick Hearn or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to deal with Dennis Rodman. Like, he had to deal with a lot of shit, and he took the sword for it. But Jerry Krause, to me, is not the real villain. Jerry Krause is not who should have been booed for this. You know who should have gotten booed for this? It's the wrong Jerry. It's Jerry Reinsdorf. Winston, you on mute, by the way. I don't know if you know this, but
we got him.
Is Jerry Reinsdorf. Jerry Reinsdorf. Y'all booed the wrong Chicago. Y'all booed the wrong Jerry. You should be booing Jerry fucking Reinsdorf. That's the guy who y'all should be booing. That's the guy. That's the guy who's a cheap bastard. That's the guy who is making terrible moves. That's the guy who has the Chicago White Sox the way they have been. Bro, they won 1 World Series and then pretty much blew up the team because he wanted to be a cheap fuck. Jerry Reinsdorf is the cheap owner who took forever to make upgrades and stuff to the United Center and just pretty much show every year he don't give a fuck about the Bulls. But this is the problem we have here. This is the problem we have because y'all are so infatuated with what happened with The Last Dance. Yeah. And y'all are so infatuated with reading all these crazy fan-made articles. This is why we're here when we're here. So let me tell you, we're gonna go into a deep dive on this. So if you want to play the music, go right ahead. I'm gonna tell you something. This might be the title of this podcast. Fuck it. I don't even care. If you're a Bulls fan, you don't like this, I don't care. But let me tell you something.
Fuck, right? Fuck.
Let me Winston, you here with me? Are you ready?
You locked in.
Hey. The Last Dance.
No, you're wrong.
The Last Dance was COINTELPRO.
No, you're wrong.
Oh wow.
The Last Dance is COINTELPRO.
Oh wow.
Niggas always wanna call you, talking about what they
And I'm gonna tell you why.
They're talking about what they need.
Right?
No, you're wrong.
The pandemic happened. We were all home. We had nothing better to do. We were locked down. Some of us had COVID. Some of us didn't. Some of us were working. Some of us we didn't have much to watch, and we had to watch The Last Dance. Now, was The Last Dance entertaining?
Give me.
Absolutely. I'm not gonna say it like it was bad.
All I hear
But
is give me.
the way sports fandom has gone to the way sports fandom has gone in the last couple years, especially with social media and how people can easily get swayed and don't check their articles, don't check their facts, don't read things, don't cite sources. The Last Dance contributed to that because if you really think about it, The Last Dance was told by Jordan. It's according to Jordan's perspective.
His side.
It's Jordan's side of things. Like we can't hear what Jerry Krause said. Jerry Krause ain't here with us no more.
No, you're wrong.
Scottie Pippen, if Scottie Pippen was in the same mood with Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen is most likely going to have a weapon in his pocket to do something to Michael Jordan. Like we have all these guys, you know, and then to make it worse, Scottie got his wife fucking on Michael Jordan's son. Being a cradle, what they call a cradle thief? What they call that shit?
Cradle robber.
A cradle robber. There you go, a cradle robber. Scottie Pippen got his ex-girl being a cradle robber.
Amen.
That's crazy, bro. Amen. Do you see what I'm telling you? The Last Dance was COINTELPRO. If I'm bugging, please tell me in the comments. Please tell me. The Last Dance was COINTELPRO. We can't hear Jerry Krause's perspective. People are so out of the loop. They don't even know that Jerry Krause is Swackhammer in Space Jam. That was Michael Jordan's way of trying to joke on Jerry Krause. Jerry Krause was Swackhammer in Space Jam in both movies is pretty much Jerry Krause from Michael Jordan's eyes.
That's what
like, bro. And then we not even get into this. We gonna get into Stacey King's bullshit comments later. But let's keep going with the Last Dance COINTELPRO stuff. Cool. Look at the sneakers, bro. When I was on GOAT before the Last Dance came out, I wanted to buy a pair of Jordan 10 to Chicago, the double nickel that had the 45 on them. I don't even like 10s like that. But I saw them at a nice price. I said, oh, they were like 160, 170 brand new, right? I wear size 11 and a half, size 12. It's not the hardest thing to find. And this is today. This is in our Lord year 2024, because this was worse during the pandemic when the Last Dance came out. $397 for a pair of brand Jordan 10s? Y'all wasn't wearing Jordan 10s like that.
It wasn't.
Jordan 9s being out of price. Like, bro, any Chicago Jordan, because of the Last Dance, the price went up triple. And I blame the Last Dance for that. I blame the Last Dance and for how terrible sneaker culture is, for why people like us who like Jordans, who wear Jordans, who know about Jordans, who are not these dudes who wear terrible fits with Jordans. Look, wait, go back. Is that the braid?
Not the fit.
Hold on, a pair of Temples of the 767. What the fuck? What?
Shit, I'm about to sell the mines, nigga. They used though for the day.
Yo, come on, man. Like the Last Dance is COINTELPRO. Like come on, man. The Last Dance was COINTELPRO. It ruined sneaker culture. It further ruined sports culture. It further ruined how people think about the Bulls. It further made y'all realize, like, yes, there were issues going on with that thing, with that franchise, and they've ruined them. Like, what are we doing here, bro?
Not his wife, baby. Why you do that? Why you do that?
Scottie Pippen's wife left him to go fuck on Michael Jordan's son?
Why?
Bro, you got Luke, bro, Dennis, bro, and then y'all have a Ring of Honor, right? Y'all have a Ring of Honor. Y'all can't even get Mike to show up because Mike and Scottie can't be in the same room with each other. They damn near should get a formal restraining order because of how further that divided everything.
Who
right?
Going to win first?
Wait. Let me keep going. Hold on. Let me finish. Dennis Rodman couldn't even fly because there was a snowstorm wherever. No, because even worse, they booked it on a day where the weather was bad. But I ain't gonna blame him for all that. But Dennis Rodman couldn't make it. Luke Longley has not left Australia since 1998, and y'all made him fly all the way over there for that. Bro, Tony Kukoc is like living his life. I didn't even know that was Tony Kukoc. I never see Tony Kukoc with facial hair in my life, and y'all made him pop up. Y'all making Jordan 1 Chicago's $2,000. That's insane. Like, wow. What? Look at this, bro. What a COINTELPRO. The Last Dance ruined sneaker culture and families.
Wow. Is that what
Winston,
you like?
Winston, am I bugging?
Is that what you like?
Winston, tell me, am I bugging out? The comments, I love y'all. Am I bugging about this?
Nah, man. Listen, I know Mike, like, he moving like Juanita.
You have sex.
He moving like me.
Look at her, bro. Like what? Like, listen, I'm not gonna fall women.
I also have sex five times a night with the love of my life.
Way more than
Look at this nigga.
Is that true completion?
Come on, man.
I'm very competitive, so I like to say that.
Hey, no. Pause that. You was not that competitive when you was playing against Eric Gordon in high school because he beat you and your brother up. Come on, man.
Okay.
I want to hit his shit.
Look at Andy like, nigga, I don't want to know all this.
Andy is confused.
But I also
Andy like, I don't want to know your fuck style.
That's crazy.
Way more than
the fuck style is buck wild. Love of my life.
I'm very.
Like, why do I need to hear about this, bro?
You can
Pat got many lives, huh?
And keep going.
Lars says my partner, absolutely.
So let's. I don't need to see this. This is nasty, bro.
During the commercial.
This game. This is Game of Thrones. Get this Game of Thrones ass shit off this podcast. Anyway, back to the Bulls. So let's go to Stacey King because Stacey King wanted a lot too. So Stacey King goes after this whole thing and says, "What happened about booing Thelma Krause was disgusting." Now I agree that shit was disgusting, but then he went to go and say, "This is not New York or this is not Philly." So let me tell you something, Stacey King. Let me tell you because you a liar too.
He was trying to be cute.
Listen. Now I'm gonna say this: Philly is, as a New York native who has been to Philly numerous times, Philly is New York's badass cousin, right? We all have that cousin that we don't see once in a while, but he a badass cousin. But we love him though. That's Philly to New York. Now Philly is a rabid ass fan base. As somebody who's been to a Mets Philly game in a Mets jersey, as a teenager, I got looks from. You know what I'm saying? It was a little testy, but I made it out there fine. Okay. Yeah, people were like, "Oh man," but the Philly booed Santa Claus. I'm gonna be honest, that story's a little fishy too. There's a lot of conspiracies about that. We're not gonna get into because we press for time. We got to talk about other stuff. But New York, right? We have very passionate and rabid fans, but we're not booing a widow when they died. Like if James Dolan had a wife and we had to honor him, his wife was there, we're not booing his wife. Hey, listen, we booed Miles Bridges. I don't even see any other NBA fan base boo Miles Bridges when he touched the ball. Then he tried to double down and say, "This is in New York, this is in Philly. I've seen NFL draft picks get booed." Now, do I condone that? Do I condone when they booed Porzingis and the Knicks, Jets, and Eagles fans booed draft picks? I don't really condone that too much. I don't condone it. I can understand that's more disappointing on the team.
We don't do that.
That's what the comments were.
Back the legends, and I'm telling you what, Chicago is a.
We don't go hard in the yard like
and
that.
what we witnessed today, when Jerry Krause's name was called, and the people that booed Jerry Krause and his widow, who was accepting this honor for him, it was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
He's like, "Coach, you want me to punch somebody?"
And whoever booed her in this arena should be ashamed of themselves. That's not Chicago. That's New York, Philly. Chicago's not like that. We don't have.
Listen, let me tell you. Put the camera back on me because we would come promos all day.
Back on me, back on 3.
We as New Yorkers, we boo people, but we don't boo shit like that. Booing draft picks does not equate to booing a widow. That's two different things. Now, am I condoning booing draft picks? I'm not the biggest fan of that. Yeah, I've had some disappointment with draft picks, but that's not really on the play. That's more so why the fuck did the organization make that move? But this is what people do. This is, you know what, Stacey King? My bad. You're right. This isn't Philly. That wasn't New York. That was Chicago that did that. Chicago booed a dead man's widow when he was getting honored. And in typical Bulls fashion, as it's been the last couple of years, they lost. The Warriors went on a 41-10 run after that Ring of Honor and took the lead and won for good. So, Listen, man, y'all shouldn't be booing Jerry Krause. You should be booing Jerry Reinsdorf. You should be booing a lot of other people and not that poor lady. And granted, I know they weren't really booing her. They booed Jerry, but you got to read the room a little bit. You got to understand. And why the hell are y'all doing a Ring of Honor in a season that don't mean shit? Y'all about to blow up the team again anyway. Like, don't get mad at Jerry Krause. Jerry Krause wanted to trade for T-Mac and Grant Hill, and neither of y'all didn't do that. So don't blame him. That's on Jordan. That's on Phil. That's on Pippen. That's the clash of egos. Like, granted, am I absolving Jerry Krause of everything that he did wrong? I'm not. But like, the dude is not here with us anymore. You chose to do that. If he was there, I'm like, I still want to be a fan of it. But like, I get it. Unless he did some criminal, nefarious activities. Like, I get booing him. That's a valid reason. That's a valid reason to boo him. Like, if he did some, I ain't gonna say his name, but if he did some Sylvester shit,
hey man,
okay,
enjoy they trust.
You know what I mean? But y'all watch The Last Dance too much. Y'all forget where y'all came from, and that's okay. But I'm just here to say again, The Last Dance was COINTELPRO. But Winston, do you have anything else to say? I feel like I've been going crazy.
Oh no. This is the round when Nelson's go crazy on sport.
I'm in the driver's seat today, but
you know, they on bullshit. They on bullshit. And
they was on bullshit.
You know, hey man, it is what it is, as they say.
All right. So let's see what we want to get into because we had a bunch of topics. We got like another 20 minutes and then we'll
cooking. I got nothing to say. He was cooking.
Hey man.